Breaking Alex Eala shines as Katie Boulter. Retires. Stunning upset at Hong Kong. Open. It was supposed to be another thrilling night of WTA action under the glittering Hong Kong skyline. Instead, it became an emotional storm of triumph, pain, and respect. A night with young Alex Eala of the Philippines stepped into the global spotlight, and Britain's Katie Boulter, graceful and brave, faced a heartbreaking twist of fate. When the final moment came, when Boulter, grimacing in pain, walked the net and offered her hand in concession, the crowd rose not with cheers, but with a deep collective sigh. The scoreboard. Read Alex Eala Katie Boulter 6-4-3:1. Read. But the numbers told only part of the story. What unfolded on that Hong Kong court was more than just tennis. It was a portrait of courage, youth, empathy, and the unpredictable beauty of sport itself. The anticipation clash of generations as the stadium lights burned into evening haze. A sense of electricity filled the air. On one side stood Alexa, just 20 years old, the pride of Southeast Asia. Her determination visible even in the smallest gestures. The way she bounced, on her toes before every point. The way her eyes locked onto her opponent with laser-like focus. Across from her was Katie Boulter, Britain's top-ranked player, elegant and composed with a smooth, powerful game built on years of discipline and a quiet belief in her own evolution. This was more than just a round of 16 matchup. It was a test of endurance, experience versus youthful hunger, a duel between two women who played not for headlines, but for honor. Commentators called it a meeting of momentum, for both had entered the Hong Kong Open with stories of resilience. Eala had fought through qualifiers and long rallies to earn her place. Boulter had been nursing a shoulder strain, but refused to withdraw, determined to defend her ranking and pride. The crowd could sense something special brewing. First set fire, the Filipina storm. From the opening serve, Eala was relentless. Her shots cut through the human Hong Kong night like lightning bolts. A deep cross-court forehand here. A daring drop. Shot there. She was played with the fearlessness of youth and precision of a veteran. Boulter, known for her powerful serve and attacking forehand, looked slightly out of rhythm. Eala's heavy top spin forced her deeper behind the baseline, neutralizing her usual aggression. At 4-4, Eala made her move, a sharp return, a perfectly timed lob, and in a stunning passing shot that left Boulter motionless. The crowd gasped. Moments later, she closed the set, 6-4, clenching her fists in quiet celebration. From the Filipino section of the crowd came a chant, "Go Alex! Go Philippines!" Puso, the Hong Kong night, trembled with pride, but on the other side of the net, something was amiss. Boulter's shoulder was tightening. Her movement slowed. Her serve speed dropped by nearly 20 km/h. Still, she smiled between games, refusing to show weakness. She was fighting not just Ella, but her own body. Set 2, courage under fire. At 1-2 in the second set, Boulter called the trainer. The stadium hushed as medical staff examined her shoulder and upper arm. A few stretches, some treatment, and she nodded. She wanted to continue. The crowd erupted in applause. When play resumed, Boulter started swinging freely. Again, trying to end rallies early. She fired an ace, then followed it with a brilliant backhand winner down the line. Ella, ever composed, adjusted with patience, running down every ball. Each rally became a battle of willpower. At 3-1, the match reached its breaking point on a wide forehand stretch. Bolt to Gerace, clutching her right arm. Her coach looked worried. She tried one more. Serve. It barely cleared the net. Then, slowly she walked to the umpire. The audience froze. Katie Boulter, tears in her eyes, retired from a match. Victory wrapped in empathy. The applause that followed wasn't the typical roar. Triumph. It was softer, filled with respect. Alex Eala, visibly moved, didn't celebrate. She walked straight to the net, knelt beside Boulter and placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. No words were needed, yet the entire arena understood what was being said. You're a warrior. Heal well. This isn't how it should have ended. Ella's sportsmanship drew praise from fans, players, and pundits alike. In her post-match interview, she said with humility, Katie is one of the toughest players I've ever faced. I have so much respect for her. I hope she recovers soon. She deserves to keep shining. That single quote spread across social media, capturing what sports fans crave most. Heard around the world, the emotional ripple. Within hours, the story was everywhere. Hashtag Get Well Soon Katie and hashtag Proud of Alex trended simultaneously on X, formerly Twitter. The Guardian wrote, Boulter's injury, heartbreak overshadows. A night where Alexis showed not only her talent, but her humanity. BBC Sport headline advances Bolt to bows out a match of respect and emotion. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, the news dominated. Every feed from Manila to Davao. Fans share clips of Ella's graceful gesture at the net. Alex Eala, talent in class. The pride of the Philippines. Read one. Headline from the Philippine Star. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. even tweeted his support. Proud of our very own Alex Eala for representing the Philippines with excellence and grace. Your humility inspires millions. The nation celebrated not just the win, but the manner of it, the locker room, stories. Behind the scenes, the emotions were heavier. Boulter, visibly disappointed, fought back tears as she told reporters, I really didn't want to stop. I felt good mentally, but physically it just wasn't safe to continue. Credit to Alex. She played brilliantly, and I wish her the best. Her statement reflected the essence of a true athlete, proud even in pain, generous even in loss. Ella, meanwhile, remained composed. Her team reminded her that this victory, though bittersweet, the legacy of a single match. When fans look back at the 2025 Hong Kong Open, they won't remember it as the match where Boulter retired. They'll remember it as a night Alex Eala grew up before the world's eyes, the night she balanced victory with compassion, ambition with humility. She didn't celebrate wildly. She didn't boast. She simply bowed her head, packed a racket, and walked off the court as if aware that destiny was slowly unfolding before her. The media called it the gentle victory, and in a sport often dominated by ego and emotion, Isla's calm, grounded grace felt refreshing, almost revolutionary. Epilogue, Hong Kong's twilight glow. As midnight descended on Victoria Park, the courts lay empty, yet the energy lingered, a haunting mix of pride and poignancy. A young girl from Quezon City had made history. A courageous Brit had shown the world the true meaning of sportsmanship. 2 careers, 2 paths, 1 unforgettable evening. The world will remember it not for score, but for the story, a story of resilience, respect, and rising stars. And as Alexa looked up into the humid Hong Kong night sky, she smiled softly, not for the victory alone, but for the journey it symbolized, because in that moment she understood something deeper. Greatness isn't just about winning. It's about how you carry victory when fate hands it to you. Thank you for watching. Please Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next,